Hey everybody, welcome to a new Fellas Incorporated video. Today is going to be something a little bit different. Um, the other day I put together a presentation of all the fellas and thought about who would win in a fight. And here's my research. We're going to start with Mike. Mike is a very slithery, crafty person. He's very wiry, hard to get your hands on him. He does have curly hair, which is a massive plus. I shouldn't even have to explain why. He is an Eminem enthusiast, so he's not one of those people that's gonna straight up bully you with words or with just being bigger and stronger. He's going to win with his words and his wit. However, he is a simp. I shouldn't have even put a question mark. He's a big simp. Every time we play Call of Duty and we run into a female gamer, he leaves the party and follows her game to game to game and harasses and all that, and not even just harasses, but acts like a simp until his inevitable block. He gets blocked by the female gamer. But I do think that I have to give him a rating of a 10 out of 10. Next is Joe. Skinny Joe is currently activated. He works out multiple times in the week. He has lost a lot of weight ever since college. He's skinny legend right now. In 8th grade, he was voted most athletic, which was actually quite an accomplishment back in 8th grade 5 years ago. He's a play of the game expert in Call of Duty. He gets 2 throwing knife kills right in a row, and that's play of the game. So, play of the game expert. Big drawback, he's not a fighter. Never been in a fight. I don't see him ever getting in a fight. So he has no experience really. But it's hard to not give him a rating out of 5 of 5 stars. Next we have Cooper. He is our resident lanky guy. He's very long. He has very long arms. He's tall. He's the tallest fella. He is for the boys, he claims. It is about a coin flip 50-50 on whether or not Cooper is going to be for the boys that day. He do be lifting a bit. Still not enough to not be considered lanky. Unfortunately, he is an alcoholic. Probably the next video you see will be Cooper Stafford intervention, because it's every day, just getting absolutely blackout, and it's not good for him. Even though, despite that, I do have to give him a rating of 100%. Next we have Owen. He does go primal. It's undisputed that when Owen goes primal, he's a whole other animal. He is another fighter like Mike, though. He will most likely beat you with his wit. And he is in the hood, though. He is in the hood. He is in college in Hartford, Connecticut, so he's around a lot of gang activity. So good for him. He's been staying safe, but if I get in between a little turf war, I know Big O can get me out of that. His one drawback is that he is one of the shorter fellas, so if you get your hands on him and he's not quite in primal, he's over. But it's a hard thing to do. And it's absolutely impossible for me to not give him a rating of superb. Next we have Jack. This photo was actually from his dad's Facebook, wishing him a happy 19th birthday. So I had to throw that in there. He is known as reliable. He never missed an offensive snap in football his last 2 years. He's an absolute beast. He's an anchor on that offensive line. Reliable. He's basically LeBron when we play basketball, though. He drives the paint. It's hard to stop him. And most of the time, he does have kickstart energy. He's a big fan of Mountain Dew kickstarts. He drinks them often, and he just, he's a whole other beast after drinking them. And it's creates for a quite formidable opponent and something to be revered. The major drawback is he's going to go bald. You can't see it underneath the hat, but he has a nice set of hair. Just got a haircut recently. But the genetics not looking in his favor. Both sides, his mom and dad, the men in his family, they go bald, and Jack is going to be zero exception. But a legendary rating. It's perfectly suitable, and you know, there's zero debate about it. Next we have Troy. He is monkey, no way around that. So it's, you know, a little bit. It's monkey. I don't even know what to say. It's monkey. He gets your hands on you. You better not let him get his hands on you. Jeez, you messed up from there. He's insulated, so no matter the battleground, he's going to have an advantage. He's basically always playing at home. He has the most blubber, and the most fur to protect him from the elements. And when monkey is off the pen, he is at just a heightened sense. He's at a heightened state, and you better be running. And segueing from running, his poor stamina. Running is really your only way to defeat Troy. It's the only way. So he has to have an excellent rating. Next is our Marine Gunner. Yeah, he is a Marine. He's the only one of us with like real combat training of any sort. And on top of that, he already had gun charge strength to begin with, which is a scary combination. And he's the #1 host. So a lot like Troy, he's always playing at home. He's going to have home field advantage. He's going to have a host advantage. It's a hard thing to work around with the advantages he already has. But the big downside, no ACL. You basically tickle him in the knee, he's out of commission for at least 3 days. But, you know, despite those drawbacks, he has to have a rating of oorah. And I don't think you can argue that. Next would be Jackson. He's our local skater boy, tattoo guy, and most drip. So Jackson is another one of those guys who is not a big, he's not a big fighter. You know, he's not the big guy. He's not super built, but skater boy, he's going to have the maneuverability from the skateboard. Tattoo and drip. That's intimidation factors in itself. Fighting somebody that has drip and ink, that's a tough task. However, he's most likely high. Maybe. Probably. So he has to get at the rating of total bro. And finally is myself. I am the 230 machine, probably 235 machine. I'm a big guy, you know, 6'1". I'm always hungry. Not just for food, but for victory, you know, for success. And I think that's what will drive me. And I am always for the boys. And that's just an encompassing way to just say that I'm reliable. And I'm down. Alright, I'm down. Or my big drawback, too much Nick. It's been getting to me, you know. Too much of it. I'm falling into a Troy category of stamina. I wouldn't go that far, but it's a fun joke to make. And I just have to give myself the rating of alpha. And you understand why. Overall, though, if we were to get into a fight, it would be a huge wash just because we're all excellent at what we do. And I don't think any of us would really have the skill nor the heart to take down another person, another one of the fellas, because we all just love each other too much. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for watching through to the end. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe share this around with some of your friends. I don't know. Do whatever you want. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the